Good morning, coaches. Good morning and happy Wednesday. So this is one of the main things that comes up all the time with people asking me, where do I find clients? How can I find clients? And what I'm finding is that health coaches seem to get stuck in one area, and that is to think that clients are in the YMCAs, in the CrossFit gyms, in the health food stores, places like that. But one of the things, and good morning, Abra, good morning. One of the things that I always try to remind coaches is that most of the time when you're looking in those locations, right, the health food stores, Whole Foods, cooking classes, local gyms, things like that, you're finding people that are kind of already on their way looking to get healthier. Good morning, Loria. What a pretty name. Loria. I thought it said Larissa, but now I see there's no S. Loria. Good morning. Hi, Kim. But one of the places that I always try to encourage coaches to look is, where are the people that are unwell? Where are they? Where are they living? Where are they working? Where are they spending their time? So I was mentoring a client the other day, and I was telling her, many times we forget about these large businesses, these companies that are they have staff members of 25 to 50 to 75 to 100 people. They're working on assembly lines. They are, working under fluorescent lighting. They are in these jobs that are actually these environments that are keeping them or making them sicker than people who are actually even outside working in the yards and working outside in the elements and things like that, because they're exposed to so many other things, to unnatural lighting, to stress, to noises and things like that. And I'm talking about places like, so for example, I use this as an example. When I used to live in Clarksville, we had like an air conditioning company, and it was this monster company, Trane, T-R-N-E, right? And they had, I don't even know how many employees they had, but many years ago, probably 2011, back when I was health coaching only, I approached them about going in and teaching their people, preventative measures on how to get healthier and things like that. They already had a wellness program. But the fact that, they were open to the idea was encouraging to me. So I want to encourage you to think outside the box of your community, in your community. Stop going into the YMCAs, stop going into the gyms if you haven't gotten anywhere with that, and start looking at these big corporations and these companies that have staffs of 25 or more, or whatever number sounds good to you. But the reason I'm giving you that number is I don't want you to waste your time going in and trying to talk to people who have staffs of people that only have like 5 people on staff, right? We want to aim for larger audiences. So you want to find that decision maker that decides whether or not it would be valuable to have a health coach or a wellness program or something like that in their business. Give them the benefits and the value and the high mileage information that you would be providing to them, and situate yourself, get yourself in those businesses, and really talk to them about the benefits of having healthier employees and having, higher attendance rates with work, having less, accidents, things like that. We really need to think bigger than these health and wellness spaces that we keep going to and saying, I'd really like to do this, I'd like to do this. And they're like, well, we already have someone that does that, or, we don't have a need for that. There is going to be a need in these larger companies with these people that are working in these unnatural environments, that are not feeling well, that are calling in sick, that are dealing with allergies, that are overweight, that are smoking, that are living the standard American lifestyle, that are going out and getting fast food for lunch and rushing back into that same environment, and not getting exposed to anything really. For how many hours a day are people working now? 8 to 9 hours per day in these environments. So step outside, look at your Better Business Bureau, look at the Chamber of Commerce, go online, and really never underestimate the value of the Rotary Club or the Kiwanis Club. And the funny thing is, as we were talking again, the client I was talking to the other day, she was saying, she kind of giggled when she said, I actually looked at our local Rotary Club, and I'm like, never underestimate that, you guys. The Rotary and Kiwanis clubs in communities have been around for a long time. And they're not as far back in the times as we might think. They're being more progressive. They're looking at how to start co-ops and how to educate people in the community. They're very community-oriented organizations. They want to see healthier people living in their community so that more people will move to that area and create abundant living. Think about the cities out there that are creating sidewalks so people can become more active. Don't forget about going to your local government agencies. Go to the mayor's office. See if they have a wellness program. If they don't, consider talking to them about how you could actually start a wellness program for them. There are so many opportunities to make money in the group coaching classes, programs, leading to one-on-ones. There's so many opportunities to make money and to make a difference. So please look in other areas besides what your mind might be stuck on and thinking that we need to go into areas that probably already have people that are living a little bit more healthy than others. People that already have one toe in the door of getting healthier, and maybe they want to spend their money. Hi, Linda, good morning. They want to spend their money on Whole Foods or yoga or other things, acupuncture, other things like that, right? Go to the people out there that really, really need us, that have no idea really that they do need us yet, right? Thank you for all the hearts, and good morning, good morning. And one of the things I like to keep in mind when I'm talking about this kind of stuff is we're not going to walk into corporate American buildings, yes, work environments, they're so unhealthy, they really are. But we're not going to walk into a local facility and say, everyone in here, 50 people show up to learn about health. We're not going to put everybody on some crazy diet or food plan. We're not going to tell them that they can't have red meat anymore or any of this crazy stuff, right? We're educating people. That's what's missing from the success of people's health today, is they don't understand why these things are important. We're still dealing with and talking to people, you guys, that are believing that fat will make you fat, that cholesterol is bad for us, that we need to be moving our bodies more and eating less, calories in, calories out. Think about all of the stuff that we've been groomed to believe over the years and speak exactly the opposite to that. Do a little bit of research on the front end of this, create a nice little outline that you're going to bring into the decision maker. See, I'd really like to blow the lid off of people and talk to them about things that they could be doing in a really simple way to make really small changes that have big rewards. So let's get off of the normal topics of move your body more, take these things out of your food plan, and let's educate people about the real truth about the things that they seem to believe. And here's another thing here's just a great topic I think that somebody should take and run with. What does it mean when we are told that we should be removing the gallbladder, removing the appendix, all of those things, right? How many times are people going into appointments where they're told that they should be, they should be taking a statin? All of these outside modalities, conventional modalities, and solutions to things that we could actually help them with without, going to those types of extremes. Now, this is bizarre to me, and I know you guys have probably experienced this too. Good morning, Laura. Hi there. I had a friend who she had 2 or 3 people in her immediate friend circle that had gallbladder problems at exactly the same time. And she was like, she knows better, right? She knows me. She's like, what would you tell people? And I'm like, I would send them this resource, and I would give them a recommendation for this type of thing right here. Do you know that none of them, upon just about getting that information from someone who wanted to do better for them, they all went and had the surgery? And this is why. First of all, that friend of mine is not a health coach, and it's not her job or her interest to be saving people from doing those types of things. She was just reaching out like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is what's happening, right? But with health coaches and our knowledge and our education and the method of delivery that we can actually use to educate people about their options, think of how many people out there that might end up in a situation of an emergency where they go into the doctor, they have been told they need to take statins or whatever, that might have us in the back of their mind going, you know what, there might be a better way. And you know what, I'm going to use Laura's name as an example. I heard Laura talking at our local event, and she was telling me exactly what could be helpful for someone with gallbladder problems. And then they're going to remember that stuff, you guys. And it's not like we're going to make a change just like that overnight. But as we educate and we get into these people's minds and we start to make a shift in their awareness and their belief about what's true, we're going to start to make that difference. They're going to start hiring you. They're going to start coming to your events. They're going to start looking for more information. They're going to start being more interested in the things that they can do on a natural and functional approach, as opposed to just going, oh, well, I'm just going to get my gallbladder taken out, or I'm just going to, get on that statin because it's too much work. If they're educated, they're more likely to think, okay? They're more likely to think. Get into these offices, get into these businesses, find a decision maker, and know that when you walk in that you have something to offer, all right? So Finding clients is so easy. I mean, I could walk out on my street right now. I could knock on probably 20 doors and I could ask very pointed questions about people's health and how they're living their lives, and I could find clients. So if I could do that just in my neighborhood with an approach, find clients just by walking up and down my street, imagine what I could do if I got out into my community and started walking into places and saying, I'm here to make a difference. I'd like to talk to somebody about how we can get together and make a difference in this community. And that's the other thing I want you to think about too, is when you're approaching government offices, you're going into the counties, you're going into the cities. Now, I don't know, many people have municipalities. I hate that word so much. If you've heard my lives in the past, I always get it wrong. Municipalities, I don't know. Anyway, you've got a county office, you've got a city office, you've got maybe one mayor, two mayors, or whatever. But think about how much they invest in their community. And we're talking about county commissioners, city officials. They want to see the community better because they want to bring people to that community to live, right? So if you are able to convince them and talk to them in an educated way about how much value you would be adding to a healthier community, oh my gosh, they're gonna be like, you know what? That's actually something we've been wanting to do. I can almost guarantee it because everyone's trending in that way, but we haven't had any idea how to go about doing that. Or maybe they're working with a local college and they're trying to get a program started. If you've got a college in your community, come on, that's such an opportunity. It's not just about conventional steps, right? It's not just about those things anymore. People are starting these co-ops out in the country. People are talking at local farmers markets. People are making their own natural soaps. The word is getting around, so it's not as hopeless as we may think it to be. So get into those offices, you guys. Tell them who you are. Stop worrying so much about, you know, what could happen or what they could ask you and all of that. Walk in with your genius, show up with your confidence, tell them you're there to make a difference, tell them how you're gonna add value to the community, tell them how much you value health and how much you wanna make a difference. Once you do that, it's gonna be a trickle-down effect. It's gonna be like a snowball effect. Everyone's gonna be like, get that energy, they're gonna feel your passion, and they're gonna wanna do the same thing, okay? And if you're doing that right now, share in the comments, what are you doing? How did you get into your community and start to show people that you can make a difference? Tell each other how that works, okay? Linda says, I wish I'd known 28 years ago when I had gastric bypass and gallbladder removal what I know now. People also need to know how to live healthy without their gallbladder. Exactly, 100%, because so many people have had it removed and now they're wishing they hadn't. So Linda, that's a great little area of focus, absolutely. And you know, as Kim's pushing that forward as well, she's saying a great topic for you to run with. So the other thing is that, hi Greg, hi there, hi Gregory and Shelly. The other thing is, you know, you could actually teach at local hospitals. So another idea that I brought up in class a couple weeks ago when I was teaching is, why not create a group or a class that you can teach every week about how to prepare for and recover from major surgery or even minor surgeries. We know how toxic it is to even be put under general anesthesia. So create a program or a class. It could be a 90-minute class that tells people how to get prepared, how to prepare their mind, how to prepare their body to go into surgery, and then how to recover afterwards. Let's think about the painkillers people are putting in IVs and how constipated people get and how hard it is to detox all that medication out of their system. I've had multiple surgeries. I know what it feels like. I remember it. And I remember learning that when I get prepared and when I know how to recover, it's so much easier and faster for me, and I feel so much better, so much quicker. There's so many people out there have no idea how to do that. And I see lots of posts all the time that say, my mom's having surgery. What would you guys recommend? Do a class on this. Offer it to the local hospital. Tell them you want to come in and do a free meet and greet and then lead it to a paid class. Go to your outpatient surgery centers. Ask them, can I, you know, add value to what you're offering here by helping your people get prepared and teaching them how to recover faster? Because you guys, when you do that, it only drives value to those particular locations. It only gives them better testimonials and referrals. You don't have to actually work for the facility. You can go in as a contracted health coach. So, I mean, these ideas, I've got thousands of ideas in my mind about how to share information, how to teach. We don't have all day for that, and I've got other things to take care of today. But I want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. I want you to think outside the box that you're in, get into the businesses that need you, take care of the people out there that are sick, not the people that already have their toe in the water of getting well. Find the ones that haven't even begun yet. That's where you're going to start to make the core difference. And imagine what they're going to do when they talk to their kids about this stuff. And you know, we have people, everyone in this world has something to offer. Every single person that's working for us today has value. And you know, there's a lot of people that want to be the best at everything. They want to be the best UPS driver. They want to be the best person working on the lawns outside, or the best landscaper. Heck, I have a guy down the street, and I talk about it all the time. He stands on the corner and flips a jewelry sign, and he dances, and he makes my freaking day. Every time I drive by and see him out there, I love it. It just makes me so happy, because he's flipping a jewelry sign for probably minimum wage, you guys, and he's the happiest guy I see pretty much every time I leave my house all day. You know, and so can you imagine if we help them to be happier and healthier inside of themselves, how much more they would love the work that they do, how much more energy, that good energy they would pour into that, and the difference they would feel when they go home to their families. So it's not just about getting well. It's not just about helping them to feel better. It's about the people around them that they're affecting, and the family relationships and dynamics that they have, and the way that they feel about themselves, and the way they show up in the world. There's so much more to this than just lowering cholesterol and all of those things. But you got to get in there. You got to talk to these people, got to undo those beliefs that they've got going on their head about what they've been taught all of these years. I think this is a really exciting time for health coaches, because we're right on the cusp of, and I see it like this. I see, you know, Ansel Keys, cholesterol, fat, statins, all this stuff behind us, right? I'm 48 years old, right? I see how my parents were raised and what they believe and all of that. I see this area where I started to get into health and wellness. And now I see over here where we are going up in all of these things. We're only improving. We're getting better. We're never going to go backwards, you guys. We can only go forwards from here. And health coaches, we are the ones that are carrying people forward in this belief that things can be different, and away from all of that doctors smoking in the hospitals, and pregnant women able to drink, and all of those old thoughts and process. I think about that and I think, oh my God. You know, I remember my mom, I mean, bless her heart, she smoked cigarettes and drank tomato juice with a splash of beer in it when she was pregnant with me. I mean, maybe that's what happened. Who knows? But we're on the other side of that, and we're only moving forward. And health coaches, you guys, we're going to fill that gap. We are the bridge between our clients and the practitioners. So get out and make a difference today, you guys. Go out and make that first introduction of yourself. See what you can do, and then come back and talk to me about it. I'd love to hear what you're doing. So, hi, Becky. I'm going to look here real quick, and then I'm going to wrap up. Oh, good. Becky says, I'm visiting the psychiatry class at the local university as a guest of my doctor. That's awesome. Doctor friend who is teaching whilst methods in her field, making bliss, what does that say? Making bliss balls and telling my story. Okay, awesome. Okay, that's awesome. Becky, please come back and tell us how that went today, would you? What a fantastic suggestion. Who in your life is out in the world today? Who in your circle of friends is a conventional thinker and wants to be more holistic and more forward-minded? Do they have an audience that you can speak to? And we're talking about going in and offering that value for free, and then leading to our paid services one-on-one, or leading to our paid groups and classes. So we got to remember honoring ourselves on the end of it. Okay. So think outside the box. All right, you guys. Okay. Have a great Wednesday. Good morning, Michelle. Hi there. And come back and tell me what you're doing to make a difference. What are you doing? Get out there, make a difference, and come back and tell me about it. And of course, visit us at the Institute for Functional Health Coaching.com, where we don't talk about kale and cabbage and food. We talk about this kind of stuff. We talk about how to get clients. We talk about marketing. We talk about how to show up as yourself. We talk about mindset stuff. We talk about everything, but pretty much what you can learn on Google. So, all right, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for coming in.